It is March of 1963, and the Supreme Court unanimously rules on the case of Gideon v. Wainwright, that any person that is too poor to hire a lawyer cannot be assured a fair trial unless counsel is provided for him. Flash forward to today, however, and 56 years later, the Gideon right to trial is failing. This is Ethan Fry from KOPB Gideon FM, reporting on failings of, problems arising from, and solutions to reshape the injustice system. Jamie Gerlitz, a public defender in Oregon, recently recounted an experience she had in August of last year. While defending a mentally handicapped mother's right to parent her children, she was both angry and ultimately afraid. Her feelings came from the dawning realization that her client simply could not adequately receive justice. Those ensnared in Oregon's child welfare system cannot afford to hire a lawyer, and there is no law to ensure that a lawyer is compensated fairly. Ms. Gerlitz was losing $2 for every hour she worked on the case. There was simply no way for her job to be done, and no other option for the mother. They were stuck. The problems they faced, however, are not isolated, but plague the system of public defenders that our country relies upon. When you go to court and you have a public defender, it's an uphill battle. According to the Brennan Center of Justice, the budget of state prosecutors is more than double that given to public defenders. Furthermore, public defenders' offices have only 60% of the staff that prosecutors do. Within that 60%, the caseload is so high that attorneys regularly handle over 40 times the recommended number of cases. Such inadequacies affect the ability of these defenders to do their job, and it is painfully apparent. In New Orleans, defendants spend only 7 minutes on each case. That is simply not enough time to mount a legal defense. It takes Geico 8 minutes more than that to save you 15% or more on car insurance. But where is the insurance an accused person has adequate legal counsel, as promised by our Constitution? The lack of time available for attorneys has led to a system of meet 'em and plead 'em, where attorneys meet their client for the first time, tell them to plead guilty, and leave. Is it truly just when 96% of cases end in a guilty plea that coerces innocent people to endure punishment for the crime of being unable to pay for an attorney? I would say no. However, many argue that this very system of meet 'em and plead 'em is necessary to keep our justice system functioning. Conventional wisdom says reducing plea deals would backlog the justice system because plea deals are faster. But plea deals don't actually save all that much time. They are only 6% faster than jury trials, according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics. That means that our justice system sacrifices the innocence of hundreds of thousands of people every year for a system that only works 6% faster. Despite how inherently broken this system may seem, there are ways that it can be improved. For a start, a lot can be done to reduce the load on public defenders. Non-serious offenses could be reclassified as non-jailable infractions, or just legalized. Many laws unnecessarily over-criminalize and over-punish behavior. Imagine being jailed because you had the audacity to pump your own gas. Changing these petty offenses can reduce demands on not only public defenders, but also law enforcement, courts, and jails. Perhaps most important, though, is the necessity for oversight and basic understanding. We currently have no federal agency with oversight of public defenders, nor the ability to conduct effective research or implement any policy. Until such an agency exists, we will never even understand what is needed, let alone reach an effective and comprehensive reform of our system for the sake of not only public defenders, but our nation's poor and most vulnerable. To quote Ms. Gerlitz, justice should not belong only to those who can afford it. But for now, can we really say that we provide liberty and justice for all? Once again, I would say no. This has been Ethan Fry from KOPB Gideon FM, signing off.